That was a video that elaborates Peter's story of suffering, including some other children out there. You've seen a lot of them, a lot of street kids fighting to earn a living, to live a life whereby you can really feel like, yeah, that's the life I'm supposed to live. Children out there are suffering. A lot of them are suffering, and really, I really appreciate these people who are coming out to help them out. Thanks to you all. What do you really have to say about the video? Because it's really touching.
Yeah, I know. It's a very touching video. These are things that happen to African children every day, and it's our role as, you know, the educators, the media people, the government. I mean, it's a collective role for us to do something about it. Even children can do something about it. For instance, in cases of child labor, if some child at school has a friend who has blisters and stuff, that child can help that one and go and report to the teacher and say, you know, there's something wrong with this child. And then that can be investigated, and, you know, we find solutions to it. So the bottom line is that we all have to work together. All of us collectively have to take charge and make sure that we find solutions to the problems that the African child faces today.
Yeah. You've heard from Prudence. Really, do you know, I'm just so touched. This is just past my understanding. And it hurts me so much to see that some people go ahead and throw away their kids, their born kids, you know, and at times, even women wait to produce those kids. You wait for 9 months, and at the end of it all, you decide to throw away that kid. And with this time round, we're having a same. This time, it's a different one from last year's, and it's about those harmful social cultural practices that are affecting children of today. And don't forget, we're not only here with Peter, but also some other children, the likes of Vivian and CJ. So Vivian, I want to hear from you.
My name is Dr. Tujika Vivian. I'm from World of Hope Academy. I'm a child of a prisoner. My father is on death row. I've come here to speak for other children of prisoners who are out there suffering. As me, my rights are not protected at all. When my father was arrested, there was my mother fainted. She was taken to the hospital. We are taken to our auntie. Our aunt had no enough support to support us for us. We could go there and work. You dig for a piece of land. They give you little money.
Moreover, a girl child.
Yeah. They give you little money. Sometimes they say you are even young. Why should we give you money? You go back, not going to school. We are denied from food, denied from education. We are discriminated by the society. Say that one is a one that one is a child of a prisoner. Now why should we stay with them? So I felt so bad, and my rights were not protected at all. But when World of Hope came in, when we were at our auntie's place, they came, they took us to school, and now we started. We have everything. The classes are near. Food is there.
You're just like any other kid.
Yeah.
And that is really great. So, you know, I really want to ask this question to Dr. Kiza. How did we come up with this theme this year?
Thank you, Sasha. Maybe I might be an aspiring doctor, but currently I'm just Mr. Kiza. But again, as mentioned earlier, I think by my colleague Prudence, themes are generated annually, but these are derived from the African Union. There is a committee for children that sits and looks into issues pertaining to children, emerging issues. Then the committee agrees to a specific theme. Then it is disseminated and shared to all member states under the African Union. So that's how we came up with the current one on eliminating harmful practices affecting children, our collective responsibility.
What are the types, some of the types?
Maybe we could look at several forms of harmful practices, maybe just starting within our cultures here. You've heard of taboos, whereby the girl child does not access nutritious foods, for example. Can you imagine? Chicken, eggs, you know, milk, and you find, I think that was so, it was just greed from the parents or the father.
Yes, leaving it for the boy child.
And that brought in the issue of stuntedness. You've heard of reports in the country here, like 33% of children stunted. You can't believe it. 14% of children underweight when someone is supposed to really be of weight. So that's one of the, I would call social practices, deterring children from benefiting from such nutritious foods. Terrible. It should be erased off within the communities. We also have the female genital cutting. That
Which
one
normally happens in the north.
exactly in the Karamoja region, Tepet, Sabine. You will never convince me, and I'm here to make it clear, Sasha, to the viewer out there, that FGM is really terrible and it kills. It's very injurious. So I would like really to thank those who have come up and give up the practice in the name of protecting the girl child. So the other form is, you've heard of defilement. A parent, I can't say it out here, I can't believe
I
it.
understand.
Yes, defiling the children. So in the name of like child marriages, you know, there are these tendencies of having communities visiting each other. Some time back, the National Council for Children was carrying out a monitoring exercise within the country. We have regular monitoring visits, and it was found out that some communities in the eastern region have a season whereby the girl child, mostly of them, and then boy children also going across the other bridge, then stay there for some time, making merry, you know, and within that type of situation, there are areas of sexual abuse. So we shall be looking at those forms. We have child sacrifice, someone believing.
And that's happening like right now. Day by day, it's becoming even worse.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So someone thinking of like having a construction and killing a human being, that is terrible. So all those are the forms: child sacrifice, defilement, FGM.
There are just a lot of
A
them.
lot of them. So we shall ensure that we address these issues.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, you've heard it from all of them, and we're still waiting for one more. But anyway, before I go in for that one more person, he's called CJ. I don't know whether they are the real names. But anyway, guys, I'm reminding you about our phone calls. You can call in because this is a live show. You can contribute to our topic because tomorrow we are celebrating this big day. What do you have in mind? What are you preparing for the kids out there? Are you preparing to go and see the street kids? Because some of them are expecting nothing. You know, they can wake up early in the morning, yet they don't even expect to get lunch. And guys, you can as well find us on our Facebook page, Teens Club. Type anything, contribute to our topic today, because really we want to hear from you. So CJ, I really want to hear from you, your take. Tell me.
Okay, as for me, on the harmful practices, if I go back to my region in the north, there is cutting. You know, they cut you just because you always fall sick. So they cut you up to when they see the white part of your body. Then they put herbs there, and they have that belief that when they do
What
that, you're going
what do they use to cut you?
a razor blade. So they have that belief that when they do that, you're going to get cured. So when I was growing up, I saw these scars on my body. Then I asked my mom, I was like, why do I have these scars? And then she told me, you used to fall sick, and then that was the only option we have. So this one goes to the parents mostly, because they don't care about what we feel, because they don't know how harmful it is. Okay, fine, it was done to them those days, but we are in that .com world, and we need, seriously, that is serious pain, no sterilizing. So you really feel that pain inside you. And some of what he didn't mention about those harmful practices, one of them is discrimination. Children are discriminated according to tribe, according to color, according to countries. And if I could remember so well, I was in P6 and I was in a certain school in Chireka. I just joined that school. And since, you know, those days they used to talk of the rebels, Konyi, ABCD. So you used to sit in class just because you come from north, you're called Akelo. They'll be like, that one is Konyi. So I used to cry, and we were a few of us who were actually. So I used to cry. I come back home, I cry. I tell my mom, I'm tired of that school. I'm tired of it. I want to leave that school. And my mom tells me, please be strong.
just be there. But then I reached a time, and you know, you can't go to the administration to report because you're young, you're shy. You can't go there. Even if you tell them, no one will listen to you. So at the end of the year, I told my mom, whether you want or you don't want, I'm not going back to that school. It's better I go to another different school where I'm not going to find all this. And thank God the school I went to didn't have any of those things.
And that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.